We now have Michael McCarthy to the podium. Thank you, Michael.
The electorate have used the recent local and European elections to send us a message. The message is simple and it's clear. The recovery is seen as either coming too slowly or it is seen as not coming at all. Although certain sections of society appear to be benefiting from government policy, large sections simply are not. People are unhappy with the impact of government policy on their daily lives. Public confidence in government is diminishing, and politics is being viewed with increasing cynicism. The electorate have made it very clear that they are unhappy with our performance in government. Labour members in particular feel that they have been let down. The Irish people are more than capable of recognising that their situation is not going to improve or not going to diminish by political posturing and pretence. They know that only real progress will be made when it's driven by a party that is clear in its objectives and is clear as to how and why they should be implemented. Our job is to make it clear that Labour's participation in government is essential to the future well-being of our country. A Labour Party reorganised and re-energised. We should not be afraid to admit that mistakes have been made, but neither should we be afraid to say that we are more than capable of recovering from recent setbacks. I know that we have the ability to convert the current crisis into an opportunity to reshape our policies and to redefine our role in government. With intelligence and imagination and continuing adherence to our social democratic ideals, I am convinced that our party's agenda can successfully be put into practice. We may have lost council and European seats, but we haven't lost our skills, our enthusiasm, or our ideals. Our commitment to a genuinely social democratic ideal unites each and every one of us. It is fundamental to our identity. It determines and shapes who we are and what we are. Together we must ensure that we do not hand society back to those same vested interests that caused this crisis. We must correct the perception that Labour is simply there to make up the numbers. Labour members may be down, but we certainly are not out. We are not going to stop believing in social democratic ideals on the basis of one election result. We are not going to give up on our ideals of fairness and justice on the basis of one election result. We are not going to turn around and walk out on our ideal of an equitable society on the basis of one election result. Labour members are not quitters. So the question begs asking, what do we do? We need to take stand of where we stand at present. We need to ask ourselves how we got here, and we need to be honest with ourselves in answering those questions. We need to look again at our role in government, and we will not set the bar too low. Our expectations have not changed. Our ambitions have not been tethered. We have to reassert the fact that we deal only in credible, realistic, attainable goals. We have to be persuasive. We have to make compelling arguments. Our performance in government has to be credible and it has to be convincing. Our presence in government has to be forceful, our influence strong, and our approach both assertive and confident. We are elected to do the people's will, and it's my belief that we can give effective expression to people's hopes and demands. Our role in the recovery must be to lead. We will no longer be shoved to the front to take the blame or pushed to the back to allow somebody else to take the praise. Labour must and will be to the fore in this government. The contest for deputy leader is not about the four candidates offering for the position. It's about the members of the Labour Party, the length and breadth of this country. The loyal supporters who went out and campaigned day and night who had to make and remake the case for our party in their communities and in their workplaces. The candidates who were elected and the candidates who were not. My ambition is to be a voice for all party members, to be a deputy leader who will shape and guide our party towards a complete restoration of the sense of pride and purpose that has driven the Labour Party since its foundation and now into the future.
Thank you, Michael. And finally,